international law in Cambodia. So, the Cambodian legal system is a statutory law system, which means it is mostly based on the written law passed by the legislature. Source of law in Cambodia can be classified into primary source and secondary source. The primary source include the formal law issued by state authorities. International law is also an integral source of Cambodian law. So the word law in Cambodia can mean both domestic and international law. Meanwhile, the secondary source include customs, tradition, doctrine, and judicial decision. The phenomenal growth in the increasing complexity of the international trade in recent years has resulted in arbitration becoming the preferred method to settle international commercial disputes. International contracts entered into Cambodia are no exception. It is now customary to include in an international commercial contract an arbitration clause whereby the parties agree to submit any dispute to one or more individuals chosen by them. Even in the absence of such a clause, the party may still, after a dispute has arisen, revert it to arbitration by means of a special submission or agreement. The increase in the number of arbitration of international trade disputes has also been stimulated by the preparation and adoption by public and private international law in the organization of special convention and model laws and rules dealing with various aspects of international commercial arbitration. Some of these have been implemented by domestic legislation in many countries. Thus, any entity involved in international trade should become familiar with international commercial arbitration.
The implementation of private international law in Philippines. The Philippine legal system is a mixture of customary usage, Roman civil law, and Anglo-American common law system and Islamic law. The legal system is the result of immigration of Muslim Malays in the 14th century and the subsequent colonization of the island by Spain and the United States. The civil law operates in areas such as family, property, contract, and criminal law. While statutes and principles of common law origin are evident in such areas as constitutional law, procedure, corporation law, taxation, insurance, labor relations, banking, and currency. Source of law in Philippines. The main source of Philippines law are first, the Constitution, 2, statutes, 3, treaties and conventions, 4, judicial decision, 5, to some extent customary law, 6, the primary source of Muslim law. Civil Code of Philippines. The Civil Code of the Philippines is the product of the codification of private law in the Philippines. It is the general law that governs family and property relations in the Philippines. It was enacted in 1950 and remains in force to date with some significant amendments. Private international law of Philippines, which insists on legal capacity to contract marriage, has to be determined in accordance with national law.
Implementation of private international law in Laos. The foreign relations of Laos after the takeover by the Pathet Lao in December 1975 were characterized by a hostile posture toward the West, with the government of the Lao People's Democratic Republic aligning itself with the Soviet bloc, maintaining close ties with the Soviet Union and depending heavily on the Soviets for most of its foreign assistance. Laos also maintained a special relationship with Vietnam and formalized a 1977 Treaty of Friendship and Cooperation that created tension with China. With the fall of the Soviet Union and with Vietnam's decreased ability to provide assistance, Laos has sought to improve relations with its regional neighbors. Laos' emergence from international isolation has been marked through improved and expanded relations with other nations such as Pakistan, Saudi Arabia, China, Turkey, Australia, France, Japan, and Sweden. Trade relations with the United States were normalized in November 2004 through Congress-approved legislation. Laos was admitted into the Association of Southeast Asian Nations or ASEAN in July 1997 and acceded to the World Trade Organization in 2016. In 2005, it attended the inaugural East Asia Summit. Laos is a member of the following international organizations like Agency for Cultural and Technical Cooperation or ACCT, Association of Southeast Asian Nations or ASEAN, ASEAN Free Trade Area or AFTA, ASEAN Regional Forum, Economic and Social Commission for Asia and Pacific or ESJAP, Food and Agriculture for Organization or FAO, International Bank for Reconstruction and Development or World Bank, International Civil Aviation Organization or ICAO, International Development Association or IDA, International Fund for Agricultural Development or IFAD, International Finance Corporation or IFC, International Federation of Red Cross and Red Crescent Societies, and many of other international organizations.
Hoang Chun Chuang, a Vietnam native who came to Taiwan 18 years ago to get married to a Taiwanese man introduced through a mutual friend. Hoang said that rather than being a stay-at-home mom, she wanted to help her husband by earning extra income. Hoang is a hard worker woman. The late night she worked, however, took its toll on her marriage, leading to constant quarrels with her husband, who, according to Hoang, had trouble understanding her desire to be self-sufficient economically. By the time she got divorced, she had become a naturalized Republic of China citizen and was able to stay in Taiwan after that his ex-husband got full custody of him because the court from Taiwan got a complaint from her ex-husband that she was a crazy woman at work. So they thought that this woman could not take care of her child well. Why did they solve the divorce problem in Taiwan? Because they started to get married in Taiwan, so flag celebration was in Taiwan, and this woman, Hoang Chun Chuang, is already a citizen of the Republic of China. Kerala High Court, a single judge bench comprising of A. Muhammad Mustaqim J., decided a writ petition, wherein the revenue authorities were directed to issue single status certificate to the petitioner subject to necessary inquiries. The petitioner was an Indian citizen working in Bahrain. He wanted to marry a Philippine citizen in accordance with the marriage law applicable in Philippines, which require that a certificate of capacity to contract marriage was to be obtained by the petitioner. The petitioner approached the revenue authorities for obtaining single status certificate, which was declined on the grounds that he was not residing within the area of jurisdiction of the authorities for the past 12 years.
Indonesian Consul General in Ho Chi Minh helps Indonesian citizen child that we kidnapped in Vietnam. Ella Hawarati Luthersun Cecilia Adisoma were while they are wait at a hotel in Vietnam. Ella suspects her American husband Carl Leonard Warner had kidnapped her child. The Indonesia Consul General also sent a memorandum to Vietnam Ministry of Foreign Affairs conveying information obtained from Ella that 2 Vietnamese citizens were involved in the kidnapping and robbery of the Ella. In his memorandum, the Consul General attached the CCTV footage taken from the hotel. Ella divorced a year ago with Carl after being married for 6 years, and child custody officially fell into Ella's hands. This divorce happened because Carl had an affair with another woman. After a while, Carl, who had lived in Vietnam, wanted to meet Cecilia because he was going to have a big operation. Carl arranged the meeting by taking Cecilia and Ella on a vacation by staying in a hotel in Vietnam. There also while giving a spa voucher, but after 3 hours of coming to the spa at the hotel, Ella found out her child was missing. Not only that, the dollar, euros, to credit card, blood pressure, and Ella's cell phone have been lost. The kidnapping case against Cecilia has a background in a civil dispute. The Indonesia Consul General, together with the local police, continue to work for a solution through mediation. However, Carl did not attend the meeting several times and still insists on holding Cecilia. Because mediation failed, the Consulate General used to close relationship with the Foreign Ministry and the local police to use another approach.
Richard is Myanmar nationality and he lives in Myanmar. He was married with Jenny is a Malaysian nationality and she lives in Singapore. They get married in Maldives and they have 1 child named his Christian. After getting married for 5 years, Richard was caught having an affair with another girl. From this case, we know that elements are is Richard as lex patriae in Myanmar and lex domicili in Myanmar, Jenny as lex patriae in Malaysia and lex domicili in Singapore, lex soci celebration in Maldives. The proper law is Maldives because they are getting married at Maldives. Choice of law in Maldives, Myanmar or Malaysia. The forum selection in Maldives, Myanmar or Malaysia. Kang is from Cambodia and he lives in Cambodia. He is a businessman.